Okay. Hello. Hey, Jeffrey.
Hello.
We're about to go live with the Kind of Funny Game Showcase. Are you excited?
Of course.
I'm excited to see what our boys have.
We're sweet, sweet boys.
I'm going to have to kind of be testing out the stream, unfortunately. I am the, stream monitor person and someone on the stream, so it makes it a little hard. So Jeff, you're gonna have to watch it on this tiny screen for a little bit while I figure it out, and you're gonna be the sole person probably talking to everyone. But I'll submit to start a little bit. We're only like 4 minutes away now. Jeff,
Yep.
you excited?
Of course.
I'm very excited. This is obviously, I think they've the Kind of Funny guys have laid out that this is a smaller deal with a lot of indie developers being shown off and everything, but I think that could be a cool thing. And why is there a Game Awards thing there?
I don't know.
People can see that, yeah. Go away.
Well, I mean, just when you put the thing over the screen, so.
No, it wasn't. It was, I mean, the reason why I pulled it up is because it was sitting there. But
Weird. But what I expecting / hoping is like a Nindy showcase, but on steroids.
yeah.
Just with the amount of games.
Yeah.
Maybe a couple things that can be considered quote unquote bigger. I don't know.
Yeah, like the Yakuza thing. I see it having a few, one or two big franchise or big companies like Yakuza.
But they're not gonna probably not be the biggest announcement.
Yeah, maybe small announcements for big things, and then a bunch of smaller indie games.
That's what Darby just said. We know the Yakuza team is going to be involved in this, but it's going to be a thing. Is it like a Yakuza PC port? Yeah. Or is it going to be like, we get the Judge Eyes date? That is my personal hope. That's the kind of I think that's the right kind of size of announcement that will make people think, oh, this is actually a pretty decent deal.
Yeah. That would be pretty big. I mean, I would wonder if it just seems Judge Eyes is such a Japanese thing. I don't know if they would announce it at, American YouTube company streaming something.
But here's the thing. I kind of hear you, but it's why not? Where else would they show it off? If they have the date and they're planning on announcing soon, they're probably just going to drop it in in a blog or something.
Yeah.
Why not show it here?
What time would it be in Japan right now? Because if it's early, then maybe that...
No, but the game's almost out in Japan next week.
Oh, okay.
This would be the U.S. date.
I didn't know we were...
that's what I've been
Okay. I didn't know we were that close to the Japanese thing.
Yeah, when they announced it, they said December something. I can't remember exactly when. I feel like it's this week.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. So again, that's why I was saying we get the more information about the U.S. version.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes a lot of sense.
Oh no, if it was the release date in general, that could happen, but yeah.
All right. The stream's also buffering a lot, so you have to bear with me here.
Yep. Like I said, got my notes here. Probably not going to write nearly as much. Not going to do the thing I normally do and write down everything. Otherwise, I'd be writing the whole time. But I will write down some things I find interesting.
It ended up 69 games. Nice.
Nice.
I think that's what it ended up as. I like this. You have a little loading play.
Yeah. It's slowly going to probably make
you wait
the logo
for this VOD. It's they're not having to load anything. But I like it.
It's 1 o'clock. I need 5 games right now.
Right now, Greg. Where are they?
Tim Tam.
Where are them games? It's just also me and Jeff have been watching Kind of Funny for 2 years now, at least.
3 years.
3 years now. Me. Yeah, I think
you started shortly after. That.
Yeah, it was not that long.
Yeah, not long.
So it's really cool to see. It's really cool to see them come all this way, and just how I listened to their Game Over Greggy thing, and there was definitely it was a little he knew about PlayStation, the PSX not happening about a week and a half in advance or something. So he had been planning it that whole time. But even that's still very short. That's still a very short time period to be like, hey, we're gonna do this.
Okay, that makes more sense than them getting an announcement in the middle of the show and he's like, well, we're doing this.
Yeah, apparently he had all that set up and like pretty much ready
that
to
makes
go.
more
And
sense.
he didn't know when they were gonna announce that
Yeah.
but And he also still, I mean, he said that he expected, he's like, is this gonna be like a 10-minute thing or something?
Yeah.
Alrighty.
7, 6.
Make sure it sounds good. So this is the Jeff show right now.
3, 2, 1.
I make games because the world needed a shirtless Spider-Man.
I make
Nice.
games because I love building a universe.
I play games because I love to escape.
I make games because of what it means to the fans.
I play games because they set me free.
I play games because I've always wanted to be a hero.
I make games because I want to make people smile.
I make games because everyone deserves their own story.
We play video games because
Funhouse.
smashing your brother is murder.
I make video games because I like adventure.
I play games because they're magic.
I make games because they expand the limits of human expression.
I play games because they put me in other people's shoes.
I play games because I love exploring new worlds.
I make games because I feel the world doesn't have enough insanity that we can laugh at.
I play games because
Hello,
they are
hello.
my creative outlet.
Hello.
I make video games because it's more fun than working for a living.
I play video games because it's the only time you can wear a tunic and still be a badass.
I make games to work with my friends.
I play games because experience doesn't grind itself. This guy does.
I make games because I didn't want to be a lawyer.
I play games because I hate skeletons.
I play games because what else am I going to do on a 5-hour flight?
I'll have to go back and kind of see some of these.
I make games because it's my chosen form of poetry.
I play games to explore and discover.
I play games because they help me escape.
I play games because they're funny. I make games because it's a shared creative experience.
I make games because games make me and my kids happy.
I play video games because I love storytelling.
I make games because it's an incredibly fun challenge.
I play games because I can have sex with aliens.
I play games.
Hell yeah.
I make games because you play games. Thanks for playing.
Thanks for playing.
I got some big names.
I know, yeah.
For creating.
Thanks for playing.
Just the ones I saw.
Thank you for creating.
Yeah.
Thank you for playing.
Thanks for playing.
That's
Thank you
so
for
cool.
creating.
Thank you for creating.
Thanks for playing.
Thanks for creating.
Thanks for playing.
Thank you for creating.
Thank you for creating.
Hey.
Thanks for playing.
Thank you all for being part of an industry so incredible, we had to make this.
Let's go.
Welcome to the first ever Kinda Funny Game Showcase. Hosted by Forbes 30 Under 30's Big Eddies.
Yeah.
Game Awards trending gamer, Greg Miller. Filmed on location in San Francisco, California. Home of Kinda Funny Studios.
This is already very professional and well made.
They said that.
Drinkbox Studios, Sega, Housemarque, Bithell Games, and more. This is a thank you to developers big and small. This is the Kinda Funny Game Showcase.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Kinda Funny Game Showcase. For the next hour and change, we're going to be showing you some of the best upcoming games for 2019.
Hey, I've
That's right,
pretty
Greg.
much
We have
kind of
over
been there.
60 titles that we're going to be talking about, from one-man teams all the way up to some of the biggest companies in the world.
And see, Tim, that's the biggest thing.
They
for
said
me, right?
2019,
When we announced we wanted
so
to do it, that
we'll
was
be
what it was
getting
all
like around
about. Of
next
course,
year.
Jeff Keighley, the Game Awards, they get to come in on Thursday, have huge announcements, giant stages, all this amazing stuff. But I always loved the way the Game Awards dovetailed with PSX. PSX got to come in and say, hey, sure, there's big PlayStation first-party stuff, but hey, indies, come show us your games. What's coming to the Vita? What are the little things that people need to know? And fans got to interface with developers, and it was great. I didn't want to see that go away this year. I love the fact that we have 3 to 4 days here in December where everybody's happy and
Just
excited
celebrate.
about it,
Let's just
right?
celebrate video games.
And that's the thing, is I think gaming on Twitter or social media or everywhere, it gets to be so bitter, and we can all be so angry about the goofiest things. I didn't want to see these 4 days of celebration go away, and that's what it's all about, ladies and gentlemen. Everything you today is something that's upcoming. Everything you see deserves to be celebrated, right? We love these developers. We love games. That's what it's all about.
We have so many announcements, but I feel like the best way to start this off is with 5 release dates for some of our most anticipated upcoming indie titles.
Hey.
Do we not know the date for Super Meat Boy? Okay.
I mean, this is a good way to start out.
Yeah.
If you get the release date for Super Meat Boy Forever.
Yeah. I did see Team Meat was one of the first people to respond to that.
I kind of this is one of the ones I'll put on there.
Hey.
Hey.
I think we're good. I think I'll stop worrying about this in a minute.
Okay. That's the dang footage that makes me have to go and count all the like double checks potentially. So
April.
On everything.
Everything. Yeah, that's cool.
I swear, every time I catch the news, there's a new tragedy. It's like people are going out of their way to find new ways to die.
It's the 90s. People really are losing all sense of moral fiber.
I think I've heard of this game.
I had a kid brother, you know. He went missing in 1985. Never came back.
Don't try and connect everything together like there is some giant cosmic plan.
Ow! Wow.
You guys realize how messed up all this is?
What if people can sense the end is coming?
It's like some Persona vibes.
January 17th.
That's cool. I know it. Okay, yeah, that's where I know that from.
Going for them.
Yeah, isn't this the one where they broke into the song in the party mode?
Maybe.
Do you want to go down south thing?
Maybe they'll use that in here.
I might be thinking of a different one, but
yeah. Game looks fun. And on Switch. Go now on Discord.
Giant Claymore.
Invisible robots attacked. Very colorful.
Yeah.
Team-based shooter thing, some Overwatch vibes that look like a Winston character.
Yeah.
It had like a shield and the Winston type thing.
One of the kind of little Doom Fisty. Yeah, Aptacharge, yeah. I think that's on Xbox Game Pass.
Okay.
What's up, kind of funny people? I'm Freddie Prinze Jr. from YouTube's Geghead, and I am an expert on all things 90s. A time when rap music defined itself, sushi became mainstream, and Toe Jam and Earl ruled the metaverse. Well, boys and girls, the 90s are back, and so are the Funk Brothers. So check out this trailer from Toe Jam and Earl's new game, Back in the Groove. Peace.
Hi, I'm video game megastar Toe Jam.
Kinda hated that this got announced beforehand.
Yeah.
16-bit to this beefy high-def video game character in only 6 weeks. It's Toe Jam's putting on the bits workout. Get ready, because I'm about to reveal all my secrets. The diet, the supplements, the mad reps, the tanning, the
mad reps, Joe.
Waxing. The whole regimen you'll need to increase your definition. So get ready to get...
Toe Jam?
Oh, hey.
What's up, man? You do know that high def is just a computer thing, right?
What?
Yo, Dave.
Yeah, what's up, bro?
Can you make me 16-bit?
Whoa.
Switch me back to HD now.
Ooh.
See? Just computers.
Oh, of course. I knew that. I was just joking. Gotcha. Toe Jam and Neural back in the groove. It's an all-new adventure game from 1991.
Heal. Yeah, that does
If
suck
you want
for
to
them.
buy a
But
lightly used tanning bed, just call 1-800.
Whoa. There's no number. Please don't call.
as far as I know, this is like the only
Freddie
thing that
Prinze
leaked.
Jr.? Unbelievable,
That
I
they
know.
said leaked.
You know what
yeah.
else is unbelievable?
I've been there.
Thank you very much. 4 developers like the idea of the Kinda Funny game showcase so much they changed the release dates for their games to today.
That's right. You are going to be able to play a couple games. Download them tonight.
And I can think of no one better to kick us off than a little English lad named Mike Bithell. Now, you probably know Mike Bithell as the guy behind Thomas Was Alone in Volume, but Tim and I know him for something special. When we went independent with Kinda Funny, he was the first developer to step up and support us.
He supported us. Now we get to support him. Check out what you're going to be playing on Nintendo Switch later today.
Okay, I like the sound of
All
that.
right. Very old school adventure game mixed with like a cell phone. Basically. Interesting. Avoid spoilers.
Okay.
Good one.
I love Mike Bithell.
He's kind of the best, right? I'm excited to download Quarantine Circular later today on the Nintendo Switch, but of course, I'm also going to be downloading so many of the other games we announced here today that are all coming out today, but we'll get to them later.
Did you know that Mike Bithell was a one-man team when he made Thomas Was Alone? And that's exactly what our next developer is.
When Nick DiPaolo hit me up and said he wanted to show a live-action trailer for his game during our showcase, I thought,
It's gonna be bad.
that is a bad
Too
idea.
ambitious. Don't do it.
Live-action trailers in video games are tough, but it turns out Nick nailed it. Ladies and gentlemen, Adam's Ascending is
We'll
one of
be
our
the judge
favorite
of that.
trailers, and we're excited to show it to you.
Did he nail it? What's going on? Groundhog Day.
Now he's hurt.
Interesting. Come on stream.
Live on Kickstarter.
Live on Kickstarter. Well, looks pretty interesting.
Ooh, Tim, that video game trailer's got me all hot and bothered.
The hype is real, Greg.
What do you say we keep it going with a rock block of trailers announcing 6 new video games, unless these trailers leaked before the showcase went live?
Yeah, we're realists. There's a high likelihood that they happen.
It happens with every one of them. It's just, we're trying to do something cool, but who knows? Anyways, let's see them.
Mankind has been lifting and moving objects since the dawn of time. Welcome to your first step towards becoming a certified furniture, arrangement, and relocation technician. Don't let anything stand in your way. To safely lift an object, avoid using your back. Be extra careful in high
I like how his
traffic
head's
areas.
toaster.
And now it's a potted plant.
Use your arms and legs. Customers appreciate prompt delivery, no matter what the
Yeah, I like how she's a normal person and he's
not let
always
machines
just
do the work?
a potted plant or a
Avoid
toaster or
detection
something.
from laser-guided security systems. Never zigzag while outrunning rolling boulders. Work smarter.
See,
not
people can
smarter.
make a video game out of anything, Jeff.
Yep.
She just has a giraffe. Why does she have a giraffe? Who knows?
And remember, moving objects is always more effective with a partner.
I think this is
Not
like
only is it safer, but more
to like moving stuff like Overcooked is for cooking.
Basically, they're like, let's take something that seems like a mundane task that you wouldn't be able to make a video game out of and make a video game out of it. It looks very cute.
Do not try any of the stuff you saw in this trailer at home.
I got the twitchy eye, Jeff. I don't know if it's lack of sleep or what. But I got the twitchy eye.
On the other side
They didn't say
of
what platforms it's on
imagination, there lies Operencia, a
Hmm.
world where reality embraces fantasy, where dreams foretell destinies.
Yeah, that movie around game could be really fun.
Yeah, it looks like a very Overcooked style game.
I was kind of writing down.
What is this? Okay, so it's like a turn-based type thing.
Yeah, they had like an order thing that was
Yeah.
kind of like.
There you go. It's like first-person turn-based.
Yeah.
But I wonder, are you free roaming like in between them? Is it
I think it's like a dungeon crawler kind of thing, kind of like maybe the Shin Megami Tensei games.
I haven't seen any of them. I just can't tell if it's on rails the way you're moving, or
I feel like it's moving
I
around.
hail from this land, and I have a story to tell.
Cool. Oh, Dark Souls.
We're putting stuff that look interesting. I'm probably gonna have a lot of games on here.
Yeah.
But screw it. Screw it.
It just
it's on Steam.
A bunch of stuff we don't know.
Yeah.
Cool. Noodle cake.
I was thinking it was a grandma.
And again, I have to point out, there's probably people actually playing putt-putt elsewhere that have no clue what's going on.
Maybe they were out like it's a birthday party.
Hopefully.
I hope this is the game.
Yep. They did say they had a number of live-action trailers, and they were like, yeah, I don't know. Live-action trailers are usually bad, but they said the ones they got, they were like, okay, these are
fun.
These are fun.
Golf Blitz. See, that was a cool trailer, but I usually see a little snippet of game.
Well, yeah, I thought it was going to end with some gameplay, but... Nice. Wind-up cars. Rocket League of wind-up cars.
Got it.
Boom!
Motorball.
It said play at motorball.com. It might be a browser game, probably.
Soft beds, rich food, and the temptations of the flesh. But the horde is at the walls.
There's a pain in the butt to like pick the order of these games and make sure everything's in there.
Yeah.
And I guess make sure everything flows and it's like not focusing on certain amount of games at once, kind of mixing it up as you go.
Sure, it was hard. I mean, they've said multiple times this showcase was killing them.
It's a Conan game?
It might be. I'll have to tell Wolfie about it. Wolfie is like, Conan is like his idol.
What you fight for. Remain unconquered.
There's a big statue.
It's a pretty big statue. Those giant spiders.
Yep. Conan Unconquered.
Is it a mobile game or is it a...
Here we go.
Bring out the anime. And the waifus. They're all just like stacked on top of each other.
They're just copying World of Final Fantasy.
Are they stacked on top of each other in World of Final Fantasy?
Hell yeah.
Okay, I was never interested in that game. I didn't look past the first trailer.
You can stack Yuna on top of a chocobo.
I mean, that's just riding a chocobo, Joe.
See,
that happens.
I know. I just have to pick something that's...
You picked a bad one.
Yeah. Okay, you stack like, like a Bahamut or something and a Moogle on top of their head. I don't know if there's much you can.
I mean, that's still just kind of riding Bahamut. I mean, like, could you stack Yuna on top of, like, Cloud? Or
maybe. I don't know if you on top people.
I mean, that's what this is. This is people on
Of course,
people's
this
shoulders.
is going to Switch.
Okay, this is the NIS America. They were talking. They teased.
Believe it or not, Lapis X Labyrinth coming stateside isn't the only piece of NIS news we have for you.
Nice.
We are excited to announce that in 2019, the Danganronpa trilogy will be coming to PlayStation 4.
Very heavily games.
Danganronpa 1-2 Reload. It includes Danganronpa V3 Killing Harmony and a cool softcover art book.
That is awesome, Greg.
Cool.
You know what else is cool? More content.
I recommend it, though I haven't played today.
Check out 3 new DLC announcements.
Hey. They said this was coming, or the messenger would have said.
That's cool. Messenger's pretty big game.
Hey, we got Danganronpa.
I mean, obviously, Greg's wife works on marketing for it.
Yeah. So it's probably an easy get.
Yeah.
But this is a good game for them to have on there, considering
it's such
how
a
much
cool,
talk it's had.
Yeah, the Messenger is just such a cool concept. But yeah, the Messenger's a pretty big game to be announcing DLC for here, so. It was nominated for Game of the Year stuff. Or not Game of the Year, Game Award stuff.
Yeah. Free expansion. Picnic Panic.
At the beach. Is this the Human Fall Flat, people?
Yeah.
It is Human Fall Flat, yeah.
His DLC.
Nice.
Oh. Well, I now have it, so. We need to play it, Darby.
We do. It looks like a lot of dumb fun.
It's like if Game Beast was like an adventure puzzle game thing.
Basically. It's pretty much like the exact same art style, and it seems like controls.
Plus, apparently you can play as a dog.
And you can make your friends hate you.
Yes. And then you can jump off the cliff and then fall from the sky on top of them.
Yeah, it's pretty great. Just seeing these models do anything is funny.
Yep. Free update December 10th. Let's. Oh, okay. More levels falling in 2018. This is Steam though.
After 1,000 years, the mask of vengeance has manifested itself again.
Guacamelee?
Who will protect the Mexiverse against the powers of evil?
Well, guess it's up to me, shirtless arachnid man.
I missed it.
That's Greg voicing, and it's called Shirtless Arachnid Man.
Oh my god, that's so good. All that.
Wait, we gotta get Guacamelee now.
I haven't even played one though. I have it. That's hilarious.
What's up, everybody? It's Shirt. Oh, the train. There's a train going by. It's still going. It's a long train. All right, it's gone now. Okay. Everybody calm down. Reset era, calm down. That Guacamelee 2 DLC is the only piece of navel gazing that features kind of funny you're going to see today.
It's not 100% true.
Okay, there's not that many things, and this 2019 game we're about to show a trailer for will feature me as a playable character.
That's so
but
good.
It's not today, so chill out.
Don't miss on booking the ski holiday of your dreams. The serene, breathtaking landscapes.
Yeah, well, how do you think Greg feels that him and his dog are playable characters
in Guacamelee?
That's a pretty big deal.
At this ski resort,
do you think us and our future dogs will ever be playable in a video game, Jeff?
I
mean, we did get 8,000 views on our Joker reaction, so we're kind of a big deal, Joe.
We are.
When the thrill ride goes all year round, and you're in control of every run. So grab your gear for a custom trip.
But
like
they are right. I imagine a lot of Resetter people, when watching that don't fall kind of like, about all that.
Just that they put themselves in the game or something.
Or well, they put themselves in it, but yeah.
When ski lifts go wrong.
Sometimes Resetter people just hate fun. Stuff. I just hope they didn't ask him. Oh, dang.
Wow.
These are coats.
That's cool.
We're not going to get them. That's just we kind of we're behind.
Yeah. People already have all of these things. Yeah. That's pretty funny, though.
Oh, cool.
Sweet.
As always, Wario64, thank you very much for all the deals.
But that's not the only giveaway as part of the Kind of Funny Games Showcase. Our next game is already out, which totally violates the rules of the Kind of Funny Games Showcase. And you'd think I would have stepped in and stopped that.
Okay. You know what? Right now, I want to announce that Rival Megagun is getting a physical release in 2019. And to celebrate, we're giving away a Nintendo Switch with a copy of the game.
If you want to win, it is simple. Head over to our Twitter, @KindofFunnyVids, retweet the Rival Megagun trailer, and you're entered.
It's that easy.
Oh yeah, kind of funny you're treating all these trailers. Dear Lord, we're gonna have a lot to go through on Twitter after this.
Yeah.
So, I think so far this is going very well.
Yeah,
very good so far.
It's kind of like you said. It's like an indie, showcase thing or whatever. Just
a lot of games and obviously
just a lot
stuff
more.
Beyond
just like a way bigger indie showcase.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm down. And like they've said a lot of times, these are a bunch of games that wouldn't have been noticed otherwise.
I am all for this.
Yep. And even the ones that aren't for me, I'm just glad.
Based on the way they're talking, it sounds like they're definitely open to doing this again.
No,
just not during E3 time.
But Craig was like, God no.
But doing this during
basically on the Game Over Greggy show, he basically said, just assume this is happening again unless we say something different.
Yeah, I imagine it'll just be at the same time, just around the Game Awards.
And he said that he can't imagine it not like growing next year.
Maybe a couple bigger announcements as we go throughout the years.
That was pretty cool, right?
But not our only physical game announcement. Our friends over at Limited Run Games have 2 titles coming in 2019, and I think you're really going to like them, especially if your name is WWE superstar Xavier Woods.
Hey!
Nice. This is the okay. Oh yeah, it is.
Yeah,
the
just
actual one.
Yeah, just a physical edition of
Sweet.
Windjammers.
Jared's happy.
But will they have information on 2?
I don't know. Windjammers is just such a funny game.
Yeah.
It's just like very intense frisbees. Like, is this?
Oh, it comes out December 21st.
Has this ever been an actual sport? Hey,
Yeah.
Matt makes the games. Is it Towerfall or is it Celeste?
Is it? Might be.
It's Celeste.
Hey, Celeste! Buy this game, people.
It was limited run, so it's probably like some sort of physical edition.
Oh, yeah, they just said, yeah, this is just the physical edition.
Oh, right.
But that just means it like might be in stores and stuff. So
But still, they had a Game of the Year nominee in their showcase.
yeah, buy this game, people.
Yeah, anyone watching this, please get Celeste. Please do it for me. This game's so damn
January
good. Look at
1st.
that box art's awesome. I don't know if that's been. I've never seen that. It's probably been out there.
You know what hit the spot right now?
A montage?
A montage.
Cool Craig's
Humble
friend's
Bundle
house.
has 6 games
Cool.
coming out in 2019 that we are going to check out right now.
Welcome to Minico's Night Market. It's a whimsical
Oh, we
adventure
saw this in
simulation
Nitty's
game
Direct.
where you
Oh,
play
yeah,
as
yeah.
Minico.
Oh,
A
yeah,
curious
yeah,
girl
yeah.
who's just arrived at her new home on a peculiar Japanese-inspired island overrun by cats. Discover the mysteries of the island while crafting crafts, friending friends, eating eats, and catting cats. It's a Goldfarb game.
The Occupation is a first-person, fixed-time investigative thriller set in northwest England on the 24th of October.
I just wrote down
1987.
Minikos because I feel like that could be Olivia Slice Julia game.
Yeah, it looks really
It's
cute.
on Switch, so
Yeah.
Biggest enemy.
Disco Elysium is a groundbreaking blend of hard-boiled cop show and isometric RPG. Solve a massive, open-ended case in a unique urban fantasy setting. Interrogate suspects, or just get lost exploring the gorgeously rendered city of Revachol. What kind of cop are you?
They fused card games and roguelikes together to make the best single-player deck builder they could. Craft a unique deck, encounter bizarre creatures, discover relics of immense power, and slay the spire.
In Fey Tactics, follow a young
And this is how they get the
magic user
69
on a
games.
journey across a vibrant world full
But I
of
do
mystery
like.
and danger.
They said they
In this
tried to
strategy
make the
RPG, befriend a motley crew of allies as
montages
you
where
dive
like
into
they're
the
actually
growing
telling you something
conflicts
about the
between
game. There's
man
all the
and magical
platforms there in the
beings
name and
known as
everything,
Fey.
and give them a chunk of time.
Iconfell is a
I do like
turn-based
it.
tactical RPG
Because half the
for
time,
troublesome magic users.
the
Use
montages
timing
you don't really
mechanics
get
to
anything
power
out of it.
spells
It's
and
just like
attacks.
game,
Explore the twisted halls
and
for
Yeah, so
best
that you don't even get the name.
fight challenging monsters and bosses, and uncover dark secrets never meant found.
Okay. All those games look awesome. That's rad, but they just kept saying 2019. Whatever happened to release dates, everybody?
Greg, I got just the thing for you. 6 new video game release dates.
Please tell me Patapon 2 PS4 is in there.
No, I'm sorry, Greg.
Shui! Why?
They didn't know if it's actually in there. They slide.
I'd be a sniper. Sniper, no sniping. Yeah. I know this one was announced beforehand that it was going to be here.
There we go.
I recognize the character art.
But there's definitely an element of this. I'm just kind of watching how they're doing the conference just because I know them really well, and they said they were gonna. This was like how they want conferences to be. I've liked the presentation a lot.
If this is a game that like has a kind of deep story,
Yeah.
this one could be cool.
Yeah. So it looked like it had like some turn-based stuff there or something. Or
Yeah. You like some sniping stuff.
Yeah. I like the art style and the story seems very, like, surprisingly serious and deep.
Yep, I'm putting it down. To very least we can check out later.
Yeah.
And they said that it's gonna have a release date, so
Long gone days.
Okay, full release. Okay, Steam.
Available now in
access.
early access.
Hey, Kinda Funny, thanks for the invitation. My name is Aurélien. I'm the main designer of a game called Away Journey to the Unexpected, and it looks like this.
Hey. Third Star cool. I think we've seen this game somewhere before.
You're playing this kid is super useless. He doesn't know how to fight. He's not a hero. He will never be one. And the thing to know is, he's super strong at one thing. He's super strong at making friends.
So he's a shonen protagonist.
That tree log is terrifying.
Recruit them, and each time you will recruit someone, you will see the world through their eyes and get their special abilities.
Huh.
Away is a collaboration between France and Japan. The main development is made in France, and all the anime opening stuff and the music are made in Japan.
I don't believe
Hopefully you will have as much
Nope,
fun
stops
playing
it.
The game.
The French made the anime. Okay. It's like it's definitely going for like kind of a Dragon Quest type thing with some of the monsters. Not obviously not one-to-one art style, but yeah, they're kind of having some very like goofy, cool looking.
It's pretty cool. I might end up writing down more games than I originally thought, but screw it. That's me. They're a bunch of good games. So be it.
Yep.
Okay, February. On everything. I'll say Bird Simulator.
Bird Simulator 2019.
Which reminds me, Darby, we need to... I got that VR game Eagle Flight. We can be an actual bird.
Oh, yeah. Saying this with all of them, but I like the art style.
Yep.
It's like a puzzle game.
Looks like it. This is a game that's gonna have a really dark dark stuff going on.
Probably. Like there's some weird.
It's about a cult.
Yeah, it looks like some weird cultists.
Oh, you are the bird.
Very interesting. Oh, we have. I feel like we've seen this.
We probably have.
I think we have.
Coming PS4
January.
Okay.
I feel like we've seen it. I thought that the whole thing like looked kind of familiar, and Vane definitely sounds very familiar. But that looks cool.
I'll put it down. Switch.
Switch. This will be one that makes you real sad.
Yep. Switch.
I mean, it's called Bury Me, My Love.
Yeah.
For centuries, humanity has tried to conquer the wild. We've adapted it to our needs. Used it for food, for warmth, and for shelter. But the wild always fought back.
Always. Fighting these werewolves for years. You're just a wolf. You're missing the were part.
Time and time again, we are reminded of a simple truth. We must become one with the wild.
That wolf's gonna die.
Adapt to it. Learn from it.
Probably not wrong.
For that is the only way to survive.
The Wild 8.
The Hateful Eight, the Wild Eight. It's a
Same thing.
It's a sequel to the Hateful Eight. March and August.
Survive.
Survive together. Don't starve together.
That calm you down a bit, Greg?
I mean, a bit, but those games are still so far away.
I feel you.
Tim, if I wanted to know 2 more of the games coming out today after the showcase, where could I go?
The official list of games coming out today across each and every platform as listed by the Kind of Funny Game Showcase hosts.
Ready for more Slime Son than ever before? Introducing Slime Son Creator, a robust level editor that allows you to create diverse levels with ease. Submit your creations or browse, play, and rate other levels online. The best part? You can get it on Steam right after the showcase.
Slime Son.
Sumo is a physics-based party game for all ages, featuring unique spherical characters, awesome abilities, and hilarious hazards. Outwit and outplay your friends to be
Party
the
mode
last
win.
one standing in a white-knuckle, action-packed brawl, either on your couch or online.
Do we say 2 games you could play today? We meant 3. Not My Car is a new battle
That's
royale
not my
entirely
car.
with vehicles. Think of it as PUBG meets Rocket League with constant Fast and Furious firefights. It's now in beta, and the first test drive is noon to midnight Pacific throughout the weekend on Steam.
Is that your car, Jeff?
Buckle up and get one of the
Not my
5,000
car.
Kind of Funny Games Showcase keys over at notmycar.com right now.
So I know what you're thinking. There's a lot of indie games going on. But Greg, that's kind of the point
That's where
of
Kevin
the Kind of Funny
naps.
Game Showcase.
Big
But that
deal.
didn't stop some of the bigger name devs
These
from also
captions
reaching
are
out to
great.
us.
So let's talk Anthem. Our friends at BioWare
Whoa,
rocked
what?
the Game Awards Thursday night when they debuted a new trailer, and the world's like, oh my god, Anthem, I can't wait for this 2019 game. So when lead producer Mike Gamble reached out to us and said, hey, you guys want to blow by blow walk through the trailer? We were like, yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, and Mike delivered. But here's the thing. I hate in press conferences when they get too nitty-gritty into details about things and totally slow down the pace. So what we're going to do is upload the full 6-minute developer commentary video over on youtube.com/kindoffunnygames right after the showcase. But for now, here's a taste.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. To get anything Anthem.
Struggled
Yeah.
to survive.
We have a group here of multiple Ranger javelins. So Rangers are the one on the left here, and then we have a Colossus.
Andrea heard this before, and it's like,
right.
you're giving
Colossus
this
is
to
more
me
of a heavy,
now.
Tanky style javelin.
She
The
steals it,
Ranger is kind of your
uploads on her own.
jack-of-all-trades javelin,
What
but
good- what's
ultimately,
good?
Freelancers work in teams.
The javelins allowed us to fight back the chaos.
Thank
That's
you for
cool.
watching. Hopefully you enjoyed what you saw and the extra information that we're able to provide. Anthem comes out in
I
February.
mean, like you said,
and
even though this isn't
ton
new
of stuff
stuff,
that we're
but
gonna be
more
showing between
commentary
now
and
then.
I mean,
getting
yeah.
Anthem at
But
all.
it's anything kind of new or additional for something
Dude, that
like
looks
Anthem.
rad, but man,
Yeah.
we really gotta
That's
we
wild.
gotta get moving.
Oh man, look at the time. You want to do some montages?
Yeah, man, you want to see some puzzle games coming out in 2019?
Puzzle me rotten.
Color invites you to tackle the physics of light by using additive color theory to solve over 100 solo and co-op puzzles, each designed to challenge you with
deep for me.
intertwining puzzle
So
mechanics.
Huber doesn't like laser puzzles. How's he feel about color puzzles?
Minimalistic art style.
Reading Rush is an 8-bit style arcade game. Rows of alphabet blocks fall from the top of the screen, and your job is to tap each block in a row alphabetically.
Oh, so they got games on everything. They even got a mobile game.
Different game modes and
Mobile
different
game.
characters.
Mobile game or
Sound
bullshit.
easy? Think again.
Collapsus is an award-winning puzzle game from Wraith Games featuring a unique resource management mechanic. Join Leon the Chameleon as you solve endless hours of mind-bending puzzles. Tilt, twist, turn, and flip your way to victory, Collapsus really turns the genre on its head.
Triwave is a chill and challenging new puzzle arcade game coming to Steam Early Access January 10th, 2019. That is all they wrote to describe it. It also is this triangle thing with lights. Seems interesting. Nice, Tim, but I'm not always in the mood for a puzzle game, you know?
I do,
Where IGN people eat burritos.
Action adventure games in the docket for next year.
Hit it. Possibly our most ambitious showcase entry, Dawn Thorn is an 8-bit prequel to Hazelnut Bastille, a game that just crushed its Kickstarter goal. This Zelda love letter is actually a free bonus to backers you can become right now on Hazelnut Bastille's page.
Explore a mysterious, interconnected world in a new The Distant Light. Earn game-changing equipment through skillful combat and solving puzzles. Customize your gear, pilot insane vehicles, and repair your powerful home ship for the ultimate advantage. Visit thedistantlight.com.
Double Cross is Mega Man meets Phoenix Wright. As an interdimensional
Go on.
agent, sling your way across different worlds, fight and capture dangerous criminals, upgrade your skills and abilities, and try to stop the mysterious villain that threatens to destroy Rift from within.
Lightning strikes again in this fast-action, high-density shmup. Pilot the mysterious
Shmup.
ship Adraste through 6
Schmip.
dangerous and meticulously detailed stages featuring music from Thunder Force composer Hayakataru Sumoku. Fight to the edge of oblivion and destroy the Devil Engine.
Reverie is a 2D action-adventure game set on a fictional island off the coast of
It's
New
Mother
Zealand.
3, Jeff.
Explore the world as Kay, a young boy unraveling a story inspired by Maori legends. Reverie, Sweet As Edition, is up for pre-order right now from PlayAsia.
Dethrone
look
the
very
Zodiacs,
Earthbound.
revive the Golden Age, and purge the heretics that swarm the galaxy as Virgo, the queen of purity in this unforgiving, timed action.
Purge the
RPG.
heretics.
Purge
Love your
them.
love. Romance your weapons in this
Boyfriend
shack
dungeon.
is
Boyfriend dungeon. I think
Swords
I've
in the
heard
dungeon
this
turn into
before,
beautiful men, women, and non-binary folk, and also a cat. Boyfriend Dungeon raised over $200,000 on Kickstarter and continues to stay cutting edge into 2019. All right, Tim, those games are nice, but the...
What are you guys doing?
Heineck, this is kind of Tim and I's thing. Do you mind if you just...
Do you guys want to get weird?
No, not really.
Yes.
Get weird. Nice Boy is a solo-developed action-adventure game spiced with some light RPG goodness and gold.
I love Nick.
Join
Nick's
Knife
great.
Boy as he returns from hell to seek vengeance on his own killer,
Is this weird?
untangle a twisted
weird.
story, and explore a wicked universe, all while fighting a diverse cast of enemies, epic bosses,
Nice.
and more.
Nice. Nice.
Bullpine is a charming action exploration game where you play as animals armed to the teeth. Explore a living world with up to
Is it a
32
battle royale?
players, encounter whimsical characters, and fight fierce monsters.
Mini Mech Mayhem is a deeply funny tabletop VR battle game for up to 4
Ooh,
players
VR
online.
game.
Team up with your little mech buddy to plan a flawless strategy and then marvel at how wrong you were. Not to worry though, play some power cards to get your team back on track, or dare to trust in your instincts and crafty skills and pull off a stunning win.
Rhyme 9000 is a hyperkinetic treasure hunting journey to the moon. It's a unique high-octane
Release date,
experience
just within
conceived
3
to
months.
stimulate your senses
A
and
lot
make your
of
eyes and
stuff on the
ears
screen.
bleed. Blitz through 5 challenging levels, each with a unique boss to reach the mystical Rhyme 9000.
Epilepsy
Well, that
simulator.
was something.
Yeah, I'm sorry everybody. We specifically said no Nick during the showcase. I don't know how you found us.
Anyways, one of my favorite shows on Kinda Funny is called Party Mode, where we all get together and play multiplayer games.
Exactly, and that's why we're excited for this multiplayer montage of games sure to end friendships.
Hell yeah.
Find some flannel and pack your adrenaline for online or on the couch.
Log
action.
jammers.
Log Jammers is a frenetic arcade sports
Okay.
game featuring lightning-fast, razor-sharp, axe-throwing action. Unique character abilities, funky arenas, and trash-talking timber beasts will keep you chopping.
Turbo Lance is a competitive party game about jousting on motorcycles for 2 to 4 players.
Okay.
Enjoy dangerous arenas, randomized hazards,
Sweet.
comical characters, and
Yeah.
customizable battles.
Turbulence offers chaotic fun with lighthearted humor. Play the free demo now and join the joust today.
Thunder Rally is a chaotic demolition derby party game with crazy physics and non-stop explosions. Knock your enemies out of their cars and run them over. Use outrageous power-ups, avoid hazardous environments, and dodge explosive barrels launched by fallen foes. Coming in 2019.
Contenders, start your engines and prepare for multiplayer mayhem in Wreckout Arena. Customize your vehicle, unleash awesome power-ups, and pull off outrageous moves as you wheel spin your way to brick-busting domination across multiple arcade-inspired, physics-based modes. Believe it or not, Tim, we're in the home stretch now. There's still so many games to show.
That's right, Greg. Let's slow things down. We've been looking at a lot of montages. Let's check out some trailers.
Hey, pal.
Monkey business.
Monkey business. Jeez. Brutal. God.
In.
He's using the guy to shoot the other guys. So Jeff, what was this ape doing on the 17th floor of this building?
Play and find out.
It was fun. It's just like crazy brutal.
Yep.
Alright.
Screw it.
Looks like fun.
Art style's cool.
Fight night.
Oh, if I was be like, right now.
Coming out right now.
And this.
And this.
Hope. What's going on? Skill trees. Evil dolphin thing.
This music, man. It slaps. Slaps, Jeff.
As the kids say. What is it? Find out.
Tungi.
Tungi?
Tungi. Tungi. Tungahi.
Yeah. It looks below. Oh. We're playing the game.
Like Minecraft. Very Minecraft looking. A unicorn. They have a unicorn following them.
In. That's all it takes.
Jeff will play any unicorn-based game. Any. It doesn't matter. If it has a unicorn in it, he'll buy it. $300. He's buying it.
Yep. I have a problem.
Jeff doesn't have a lot of money.
This is a fact, no matter if this is a joke or not.
Loot, Jeff, loot.
More loot.
Kyle Bosman's
all
happy.
the randomly generated loot.
But does it have loot?
I think so.
Meep.
Strictly limited.
I wasn't even alive yet.
I was.
Hardcore.
Yeah.
Huh. I guess it's one of those modern games that they made that you can play on those systems.
They said no. I think this was made in '94, but it's being released now.
Gotcha. Yeah,
Vita lives.
Vita lives.
We got one more Vita game.
Keeping it alive.
Hardcore.
This next set of trailers is some of my favorites in this entire showcase.
Oh, I mean, totally, right? The best part about my job is getting to go to PAX, getting to go to see the
think I've been there
see
too.
what some of the coolest games are, all from independent creators.
Yeah, and I know that some of you guys aren't as lucky as we are to be able to go to all these cool conventions and play all these cool games, so we're excited for you to be able to see some of the cool games that we've seen demoed.
Oh yeah, this game.
Yeah. Was it the Indies thing? Is where we saw those?
No, it was the Xbox thing. It's this is going to be on Game Pass when it comes out. Right. Hey, if it releases soon, we'll be able to just play it.
Yeah, I call playing the GOAT if it is 2 players.
It has to be 2 players.
I want to be the GOAT.
No, we got to at least do a Let's Play of it.
This looks pretty good. Just want to know what happened to make this happen.
In stock 2019. Okay, we'll be ready.
Billy Goat Entertainment.
I joined looking for a better world for everyone. When Isaac said we had to move to Batuela, I didn't know what to think of that. But I did know living in the U.S. was no life for me.
Life didn't give me much. I saw enough darkness living in the ghetto to know I couldn't survive that. Had to be a better way.
Things change when you have kids. You want them to grow up in a society where they will have a fair chance. I love the education here. I love the values my kids are learning. Hard work, justice for all.
Isaac and Rebecca Walker spoke the truth about the U.S. government. We had no choice but to get out.
But some people here scare me. They're so devoted.
Now we gotta get ready to fight for what we believe in.
Kill everyone.
This place would be paradise.
Kill them all.
But there are many problems here. The ways they discipline, the long hours, the guns.
Even if we don't make it, maybe someone will hear our voices.
Cool. Very heavy stuff.
Yeah. Twist says she's dead.
She might be dead, Jeff. Can you handle that?
No. PSVR? Not included. I think we've seen this before.
Birdie. Oh.
Yeah, we definitely have.
Looks like it's Kill. Kill. My pets.
Gonna raise a VR bird.
It's my dream. They fight robots. Is the bird gonna die, Jeff?
Yes.
You heard it here first.
I believe any game where you're supposed to love something, they die in the end.
Everything you love dies. It's just life. Jeff is very cynical.
Falcon Age. Cool.
Cool. VR bird. Look at all them things. Choosiness, Jeff. Mystery and choosiness. It's a game full of choosiness.
Oh. Dead bodies don't tell.
Get over it, Susie. Go into the graveyard.
Stop complaining, Susie.
Susie.
Get in the dang graveyard.
Susie. Okay. Okay, Susie.
Genial clue. Switch. They're pretty cool.
Where do you come from? Another galaxy.
Cowboy Bebop? This is Cowboy Bebop. The hell's going on?
Once a dead man, always a dead man.
The hell? Are they just copying the Cowboy? I mean, this is definitely Cowboy Bebop, the intro thing.
This is kind of like using the style.
Doing like a little homage. Hopefully don't get sued.
What do you know about all the filth that's going on here? Shows the Earth as it might look from space.
Spice.
Gonna.
Once a dead man, always a dead man. What do you know about all the filth that's going on here? Once a dead man, always a dead man.
You know what they say, Darby? Once a dead man, always a dead man.
3, 2, 1. Let's jam.
Desert Child.
Destiny's Child.
That's Tuesday.
The developers of Super Stardust HD Resogun shocked the world when they said arcade was dead, and now they are offering 5,000 of you the chance to play their new Battle Royale game for free.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Storm Divers.
How's Mark?
Sweet.
Yeah, this was announced as something. Where was it announced at?
I mean, have they actually shown it? I mean, they said that they were working on a Battle Royale game after they said they were going to stop working on arcade games. But I don't think they ever showed it. Maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah.
The last I heard was what they just said. They said, arcade is dead. But I'm probably wrong because I didn't know about the 5,000 people playing their game or whatever. It's weird seeing them, they've only made like arcade type games, or at least that I've seen.
Yeah.
They do it very well, but this is very different. Sign up for the beta. This / kind
One
of
of our
funny.
biggest headlines heading into
Wing,
the
wing,
kind
wing,
of
wing.
game
Great
showcase
stage,
was
chicken wing
Sega
place.
and Yakuza agreeing to show something on our little show.
And what announcement did the Yakuza team bring? Well, for the first time ever. Let's let the voice cast of Project Judge tell you themselves.
Here's Project Judge.
Kamurocho. No better place for
Yeah, I think this is the first time we've heard it in English.
Wow.
That's the
Wow.
toughest Yakuza family out there. And the deeper you dig, the more interesting things get. Over 3 months, 3 Kansai Yakuza have turned up dead. That's not the only thing, though. All 3 of them were missing their eyes.
We find the defendant, Kyohei Hamura, innocent.
Hamura definitely didn't kill Kume. But he had to have been involved. The real killer's still out there. I've given him a name. The Mole.
The cops already did their whole song and dance searching for the mole.
If anyone's gonna know about the Mole, it's Hamura.
Get this fucker back to the office. Hey, you want to try helping out?
Sure thing.
Think this is some kind of Yakuza pissing contest, do ya? Come on. The Mole is way bigger than you know.
I'll do whatever it takes to bring Hamura and the Mole down.
Judgment.
You still want to sue? You know, you won't know what hit you.
Summer for the West.
Hey, what's up, Kinda Funny? It's Greg Chun. I'm the voice of Takayuki Yagami in the upcoming game Judgment from Sega and Ryuga Gotoku Studios. I'm super psyched to be part of this game. Yagami's such a fascinating character, and I can't wait for you to meet him, and I am so honored to be part of this superstar voice cast. It's truly humbling.
Looks like him.
Keep an eye out for the game. It's coming to the West in summer 2019.
So there you have it, the Kinda Funny Game Showcase. Over 60 games coming to you in 2019.
Thank you, each and every one of you, for watching this, but most importantly, thank you to every publisher, every developer, every person who put up with my constant emailing to be part of this show. When we announced it back in September, I really thought we might get a 15-minute presentation with a few dozen trailers. This has been overwhelming and by far the most important thing I've done in my 12-year career. Thank you all for it. I think at the core of my Game Awards speech so many years ago was the idea that I understand that the relationship between internet personality and developer and fan isn't fair. Video game developers don't get the credit they deserve. So thank you so much for supporting us so that we could use our platform, our stage, to celebrate your games. Thank you for believing in us.
Yes, thank you so much. But Greg, we can't just close it out like that. Of course we need one more thing.
Ladies and gentlemen, the world was shocked when Skybound Games announced that they would finish The Walking Dead, the final season, with as many ex-Telltale devs as they could. And since that announcement, the still not bitten team, more than 40 of the original Telltale developers, have been working out of the old Telltale office to continue Clem's story.
So without further ado, to close out the Kinda Funny Game Showcase, The Walking Dead, the final season.
I guess the world got pretty hard since I left it. Kid growing up in it, he'd be hard too. You're in my shoes now.
My parents went on vacation and never came back. This man found me and took care of me. We met up with other survivors and we tried to make it. It didn't work.
You're strong, Clem. You can do anything.
Still not bitten.
Time to go, Clementine. You've got people that need you.
At least that's a big announcement.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Super Smash Bros. After Party. That was really good.
Yep.
And those are two very big.
And it was only 70 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, he said it was only going to be like an hour 10. Yeah. It was well used. The time was well used, and obviously, indies the big focus was the great part of it.
It didn't feel like there was 69 games in there. I don't mean that in a bad way.
Yeah, I mean they didn't linger on things too long, which I think was good for what the show was, and we'll get into our whole thing. I mean, like those two announcements at the end, those were pretty big for this.
Yeah, the
Why are you bugging?
Western announcement of now that we know Judgment.
Now it's Judgment. Yeah.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Kind of Funny Game Showcase After Party, where we're going to drink and play Smash. I'm one of your hosts, Greg Miller, alongside the rest of Kind of Funny, and we did it! We did it, everybody!
There was 2 feeds of them.
They said we couldn't do it. They said PSX couldn't do it. We didn't. I'm going to spike the football. I'm going to spike it. I can't do it to the new star of Guacamelee 2. Thank you all for watching the Kind of Funny Game Showcase. Of course, thank you to everyone who supported it, made a game for it, did something. Will you pour that for us, Tim?
I love it.
If you have Amazon Prime,
If you have, did you like what you saw today from a company of 7 fucking people in San Francisco that got together?
Hey, Adrian and I are
69
wearing the same
games
shirt.
in a month and a fucking half. If so, and you have Amazon Prime or any other way to sub, we'd appreciate it. Remember, if you have Amazon Prime, you have Twitch Prime. It's a free way to subscribe to everybody, or one person, not everybody.
I'm so proud
One
of these
channel
guys.
every 30 days. We're Kind of Funny Games. We're live on Twitch each and every day. If you're joining us late and you missed any of the Kind of Funny Games Showcase, you can head over right now to youtube.com/Kind of Funny Games. You can watch it there in full, all of it right there. Of course, thank you to each and every one of the 69 games, developers, publishers, PR people who put up with me bumming them. Thank you to everyone you saw in the intro of the Kind of Funny Game Showcase, all of those devs, all of our internet friends, everybody who came around to be part of that and, actually support us and get us stuff out there. Thank you for watching. Thank you to Dave Fenoy for the VO. We need to do, I don't know how we're going to do it. We need to come up with a comprehensive list of everyone to thank.
Oh, I thought you needed to go stay at Dave Fenoy's house again. I was like, we should do that too.
That was a great time. That was a great time. That was a really good. It broke my heart. Dave Fenoy does this amazing Christmas party every year.
Meet
He's doing
them
it today.
and just have a little discussion on it.
No, we just finished Showcase. Now we're gonna play this.
That was last hour, man. What are we doing next hour?
You talking to me about what you've done?
Keep the after party going on
Raise
there.
a glass, everybody at home, to the Kind of Funny Game
If anything
Showcase.
starts happening,
It worked.
and just
It didn't crash.
you can see them having fun.
everybody. Shout out to Twitch.
I was gonna say, thank you to Twitch for all of their help, many of which you will never know about.
Man, I
but
want a
thank
physical version of Celeste.
Yeah, that did look pretty sweet. All right. Alrighty, Jeffrey.
All right.
Are you ready? We just
Indeed.
watched the Kind of Funny Games Showcase. The first one. There's probably going to be more. The first ever Kind of Funny Game Showcase. I have to imagine there's going to be more.
Yep.
And I thought this was. I'm very, very proud of these guys.
Same.
As me and you have said, we've been watching Kind of Funny for a long time. Like
Wearing a shirt.
Wearing the shirt. I listened to. I've listened to so many hours of them talking, and I kind of feel like I've gotten to know them just with listening to like at least 6 podcasts a week, or 7, I guess. Gamescast, Game Over Greggy, and 5 Games Daily, pretty much every single week. And just to see them pull something like this off, I thought was amazing. It was really, really cool. It was a very cool just being able to highlight these indie developers. For the most part, indie developers that don't get this sort of spotlight normally, and I think the selection was really cool. There was something there for everyone, and those last 2 announcements that we'll get to are surprisingly, they're pretty substantial things for a conference like this that was intended to be smaller and was just thrown together in a few months.
Yeah,
basically.
that was thrown together by a team of YouTubers.
Yeah, 7 people, and and not even all of them were really completely. I'm sure it was all hands on deck with some things, but for how quickly this was thrown together, you have to think this next one they're gonna have a full year to prepare for it.
Yeah, they'll know it's coming. Not do the full year. Wait to see what happens at E3. Who can we maybe get?
Right, but there's at least gonna be a lot more time to plan these things or whatever. So. And especially, you think about big companies, they kind of have to be ready a long time in advance for these things. So the fact that we were able to get the Western announcement of Judgment, Judge Eyes, now it's Judgment for the U.S., and a somewhat release date, and the first time you've heard it in English.
Release window, and
that's a big deal.
I might be wrong in this, but I don't know if it ever, I think it might have been, but I don't know if it was officially confirmed it was coming to the West, maybe? I can't remember.
I thought it was, but
it probably was. I can't remember. I think they did say it's coming to the West when they did the PlayStation.
This is the first place you're seeing it in the West.
Yeah,
and the final season of The Walking Dead. That's huge. That's a very very big deal.
Yeah.
So you want to? I mean, like, I don't know how you want to do this. This is a little different than some of the other things because a lot of these are like smaller indie games that we're probably not going to be able to remember immediately just because there were so many of them, and there's so many games we haven't seen before. So I think we can kind of just generally talk about the showcase in general. So
yeah, I wrote down some of them about what the some games that stood out to me. I didn't put down all of them.
Yeah,
even the ones that kind of stood out more interest me. I mean, I didn't really see any games like, yeah, this looks bad.
No, there was just certain things that maybe wasn't for me, but like. That's the kind of the point of a showcase with 69 games. Mm-hmm. There's going to be some that interest you and some that don't.
Yep, and I guess for people now, if you want to watch the showcase itself and see all the games, especially ones we don't talk about, well, you can go to Kind of Funny's Twitter, and I think they posted all. I'm just looking through the Twitter thing now. That's kind of what I'm doing to see.
I think they said it was going to be on their YouTube channel too.
Yeah, not on the YouTube channel, and with the way they do, I can see them hopefully already have some timestamps ready.
Yeah.
But there are definitely some games in there that looked interesting to me.
Yeah, just I guess overall, I mean, what do you think overall about just the way that they organized this, the pacing of it, the just games in there, the viability of this going forward, where you think it's going? Just
and I think it was a really well done thing. It was really well paced. I mean, things kept on going. I feel like they did pretty good job selecting. Okay, what's gonna get like a full trailer and what's gonna be in just a little montage.
Right.
Speaking of the montage, I like how they did it because we said during the stream we were talking about during one of the montages that we kind of hate sometimes the montages. Sometimes they just show game footage, and sometimes they don't even really show the name or they for a split second.
Yeah, I think that was it PSX one year. I think that apparently they had the titles in the live audience on a different screen, but if you were watching the stream like we were, you didn't even know what the names were. Maybe it was an E3, but it was something like that.
Well, I didn't know that second part. I know that's happened at plenty of these things, which is annoying.
Yeah, and a lot of times, even if they have the title there, it's like, what platform is this coming on? It's like, you just see the game for like 10 seconds. It's like, okay,
yeah,
I don't really know this. I like you were saying, the way that every single game, they're like, okay, it's the host giving a little description of the game that like helped out a lot with understanding it. Comes up, it's like, these are the platforms of the title developer, and like I felt like the chunks, obviously it was a montage,
release day when it's there.
They were quick, but like I felt like they were enough. Like I feel like every one of them got like enough time to where you kind of somewhat understood the game.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's a way to do montages like that, which can be done very wrong in a lot of ways.
Yep. Oh yeah, and just thinking about it, they pretty much paced it. They had a game a minute, pretty much on average. I mean, things obviously went longer and shorter, but it was almost exactly 70 minutes, maybe even shorter, because I think it started a little later as far as when they started the games.
Yeah.
Than 1 o'clock. So, yeah, they averaged like a little less than a minute a game. Good pace for
it was basically like, if there was something that you weren't necessarily interested in, just wait.
It was gone.
Just wait
like, really quick.
Just wait like less than a minute, and we're going to be on to the next thing.
Mm-hmm.
And like I think for a bigger E3 conference, when you have like very meaty games, like very AAA games, they're just shown a bunch of times and everything like that, you might want to see several minutes of gameplay. Like The Last of Us, you want to see this gigantic 10-minute thing that we see. But for like these smaller indie titles like this, I think this works great. You don't linger too long on anything, and it's just, and this, I felt like this conference did a good job of, like, they show me enough of these games where it's like, okay, I kind of want to go look into more of X game, this game.
I mean, yeah, I got a list now. I'll probably end up going back at some point, just kind of going through it and seeing it, my couple games I wrote down, and then check to see what games I made of, kind of missed or whatever. Make sure I got all the ones that interest me.
Yeah.
And I think they said they were going to do this, so it wasn't necessarily that I was surprised, but I think they did a good job of making sure the consoles being represented weren't really one-sided, because it had like a little of everything on there. If anything, strangely enough, you could argue maybe they had too many games that were Steam only. For
I mean,
now.
I expected that because
It's just
indies.
yeah.
It's the PC is the easiest place to develop for, and that's where you
No,
go for.
I've kind of meant more of for people who know kind of funny people.
Yeah.
Oh, is this going to be pretty much PS4/Switch kind of really focused?
But I just knew from the way that Greg was talking about. I mean, obviously from the outside, if you don't listen to everything they do, you might not know. I just knew from the way he was talking that wasn't going to be the case, and just with indie developers, I knew it was going to be the last team. I was pleasantly surprised how many of them are coming to console and coming to console soon.
Yeah, and a good many, especially the ones that are coming to console, it seemed like a lot of them were coming to everything. There are a couple of them there where like, oh, PS4 only, Switch only, Xbox only, but those were few and far between.
Yeah, like as with an indie thing, I felt like there was a lot of Steam and Switch. Like there was a lot of Switch in there because if you're an indie, going to Switch is very smart.
Yeah. So, options for these games. So, I guess if you want to, I just have a list. Maybe go through and maybe we can.
Okay, we can kind of see what we actually remember, and then maybe we can just close it out with some
just check real quick. Again,
we'll close it out with a discussion of like what we think this is going forward, the future, the kind of funny games with us. But we'll close.
Again, this is gonna be far from. This is far from all the the good games.
Exhaustive.
Put everything on there, but I'm just gonna try to see if they have the video up. Okay, they have it up. So let's see. Okay, no, they don't have the timestamps.
Okay, well we can just kind of go through some things. They started out with Super Meat Boy.
Yep, they started with Super Meat Boy Forever, and its release window coming out in April.
Yeah. And Super Meat Boy is a pretty
good way to start. It's like, okay, this is a good way to start. Just like, hey, one of more well-known indies games / characters or whatever. Here's new game's release window.
Right, yeah. It's like not the biggest announcement they have, but it's a pretty big one to put right at the top to be like set the tone of it. I think it was really nice, and yeah, it's cool. I didn't know that we didn't have the release date, so the fact that debuted here is pretty big deal.
Indeed. Let's see. Yeah, starts trying to maybe. Okay, next thing I have Y2K, which is January 17th. I'm just gonna try to get. Actually, what can make it easier? I can just go to the begin. Okay, I'm at the beginning of when kind of funny started tweeting. That might be better. Y2K. Stupid ads. Okay, Y2K was I think one of the more
was that Mike Bithel's game or is this the?
No, it's from Axe Studios. It's the one with the hipster looking.
Oh yeah, kind of Persona vibes.
Yeah, kind of Persona-y. Looked really cool. Comes out January 17th, and can't remember what they said as far as the. Let's see. Coming for Switch, PS4, and Steam. So I'll look a little more into that.
Okay.
Fun.
Yeah.
They talked about Sundown Games at some point, which was a party.
Oh yeah, the party mode game was like a multiplayer, like 4-person thing. It looked pretty fun.
Talked about After Church. Was the one with the robot thing that kind of reminded you of Overwatching Ways.
Oh, okay, right.
Which again, like I said during the thing, I believe it is coming to Game Pass, so might be able to play that.
That's pretty cool.
Yep. Oh yeah, and then next was Mike Bithel's game Quarantine Circular is coming to Switch. When? Right now. Today.
Very old, like kind of old school text adventure type thing with a like text.
Yeah,
looks like a phone. There was like several of those. I guess that's a pretty popular.
Walking around, you're like a
independent game.
Astronaut looking dude.
Yeah, that's pretty interesting.
That's pretty cool. Let's see.
Maybe let's just point out some of our favorites because there's way too many to do to go down.
So Jam and Earl.
I felt bad for them that got leaked or got. I mean, was it leaked or and then announced? I guess or something like in some way that got announced.
Yeah.
Before the thing, so that.
Oh, okay. This is definitely more interesting. Moving Out, which is the game where you're moving the furniture.
Oh, right.
Yep. This is what the tweet says. For them, the team behind Death Squared.
Oh, hey.
It's back with Moving Out, a new co-op game meant to ruin friendships. Think Overcooked meets moving your friend out of their apartment. Sounds like fun. Right?
It looked very Overcooked. Like that's probably one of the out of all the games here, that's one of the immediate that I'm like I think
we're probably
this is probably a buy. This is probably
the only thing is I need to look more into it. unless I missed it, I don't think it said the consoles it's going to be on. I mean, I assume it's going to be PC at least, but
Yeah, I hope Switch. That's the obvious one. But
I assume Death Square did good. I think Death Square did good on Switch, so
yeah, I'm almost. They said that,
and it definitely works with the whole Joy-Con and all that stuff.
Yeah, you need definitely go look at the trailer for that because it's like, yeah, it's a happy jolly game. But you're like moving furniture and there's a bunch of crazy environmental stuff. Like there was like you're like holding two sides of a couch and there's like a bottomless pit in between them, and like it looks fun.
Yeah. Next game, Operencia, The Stolen Sun. It's the one that kind of you move around in first person and stuff. Then you have the RPG battles.
Right.
Reminds me, just from the old Sado Shin Megami Tensei as far as gameplay.
The layout almost looked like a Skyrim type thing, but then it was turn based, but still first person. It was like an interesting blend of things, but the art style seems cool.
Yeah, it's coming on Steam in 2019.
Okay.
Yep. Okay, let's see.
We have to talk.
Yeah. So make sure they talked about announced a new Conan game.
Yeah.
Don't really have much information
don't know much about
that. NIS America announced something Lappy's X Labyrinth stateside, the one of the little anime girls, and you stack on top of them. They also announced the Danganronpa trilogy is coming to PS4 in one collection.
That is pretty cool.
Yeah, I just hate I got them all, so I can't get that art book. Dang. New DLC for the Messenger, and it's free from what I've seen.
Yeah, that's a pretty big get. That's a pretty big game to have.
New levels for Humans Fall Flat.
Yep.
That will be fun. We need to play that game, Dory.
Yep.
And a very funny one. New DLC for Guacamelee 2. You can play a shirtless arachnid man and Portillo, the dog.
It's so good. It's so good.
Yeah. Yeah.
The kind of funny got like playable. Greg Miller and his dog are playable in Guacamelee 2. It's so good.
Yep. And it's out today. I think it might be PC or one of those today. I think they said it's like coming to some of the stuff like Switch and stuff later.
That's so awesome. I love it. I love it so much.
Yeah. Let's see. I'm trying to. So the next thing I at least have on here. Okay. Yeah. They and what's it called? Yeah. Limited Run Games had a couple announcements. That Windjammers Game Physical Edition and Celeste.
Yeah. That's really cool that Celeste was in here in any way.
Yep. And then they had a little montage thing and a couple standards where Minako's Night Market.
Yep.
Which was previously in a Nintendo's Nindies Direct showcase thing.
It was like a very cute, like almost slice of life type of game.
Yeah, it's kind of some kind of Animal Crossing vibes.
Yeah.
Coming out early 2019 on PC and Switch.
Yes.
I can't remember what in the world it is, but I wrote down a game called I Can Fell that was interesting to me, but I can't remember exactly what it was, so I will move on for now. Long Gone Days is the one with the whole sniper thing.
Yeah. That was another standout for me. It was like a very interesting story where it's like, it seems like a person like a military sniper kind of dealing with the morality of things. I mean, it was, I don't know. It seems like a very deep and kind of potentially emotional story.
Yep.
Gameplay seemed like it was like several different things. There was like some turn-based stuff there, and then some like you were actually aiming down sights of a sniper rifle.
Yep.
Cool art style. Seemed like a very ambitious, cool game.
Yep, and it is coming out on Steam in April, and early access starts now.
Yeah.
So
cool.
That is cool. Let's see. Next thing I have, Away, Journey to the Unexpected is the next one. It's the one that's made by the French dude with all the anime Japanese stuff.
Right.
The little flat creatures and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, it looked pretty cool.
Your main power is, you apparently suck at everything. Is at making friends. So you become friends with the monsters or something.
Why not?
YOLO, man. Yeah, and that is coming out early February. It looks like on everything.
Sweet, yeah. That was interesting.
Next game was Vane.
Oh yeah. This is probably one of my favorites. Just looking, it's
a game where you change from a kid to a bird.
It's like a very
an adventure mystery game.
Very artsy puzzle game type thing where it's like journey type looking game, but just a lot darker.
Yeah,
and it looks very interesting. I watched that trailer and wanted to know what's happening. And it's like these weird cult people and a bunch of like dark stuff going on. It looks very cool, and I'm interested to see.
And you know what good news is, Darby? It comes out January 15th on PS4.
Yeah, that was one of the ones that's actually like, oh, that's coming. That's imminent.
Yep. Okay, next game was Bury Me My Love, which, this is what's kind of funny, has it on, casts you as a Syrian refugee fleeing her country and trying to stay in touch with her husband.
Yeah,
and let's see, it's coming out January 10th on Switch.
Also very imminent and just very sad, deep-looking game, and that it's even more sad because it's real life. It's about something real.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, let's see. Oh yeah, something kind of surprising that was in here. Anthem.
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't necessarily anything new, and they didn't really show much during the showcase, but they said on the Kind of Funny's YouTube channel, there's a 6-minute like developer diary thing where he kind of goes through the trailer.
Through the new trailer at the Game Awards.
Yeah, they're showing the Game Awards.
So the fact that they got anything like kind of new or just additional information for Anthem, like one of the biggest games coming, is a big deal.
Yeah. Now, I wonder if we'll ever get a thing where, because they could have potentially said this, like I think they talked about it's like you can learn a little more information at the Kind of Funny game showcase.
Yeah, that would have been cool if they said that, but time's tight at the Game Awards, but.
So that was interesting.
But that is one that they could have done that, because remember, Greg said he'd know if he made it if someone said you can find more information there. That is something they could have said, and it would have been true.
Yep. Then they went through a bunch of montages with a bunch of interesting games, some puzzle things, action adventure games. That's one of those things I'm gonna have to go back and look. It says some weird games. Let's see. Oh yeah, one game that just looks really fun to me and just dumb fun is Ape Out.
Yeah, it's brutal. Like, you're this gorilla who's for some reason on the 17th floor of this skyscraper building, and you broke out and you are brutally murdering tons of people as you're
grabbing
people,
down. Using them as meat shields and making them shoot their gun at their friends.
There's blood splatter all over the place. It looks fun though.
And here's the good news for me, because this is the kind of game I want. It's on Switch and PC. It comes out February 7th. That's just like this kind of fun, just fun to have on your Switch, just to mess around with.
I hope it's cheap, and that seems like that could be like, you hand it off to someone, see how far they can go. I imagine it probably gets hard.
Yeah. Let's see.
I want to play Smash.
Okay, skipping through some other ones. Oh, yeah, they showed off Supermarket Shriek. We saw that at the XO 18, which still looks good. We don't have a release date. We just know it's coming out next year. But good news is, since I have Xbox Game Pass, we will be able to play that right away.
Yeah. It looks like fun. You're a guy and a goat in a shopping cart for some reason, and you're rolling through a bunch of crazy hazards. Looks like fun.
I didn't really get what was going on, but Church of Darkness, Darby.
Which one was that? I remember the name. But
it's this one.
It looks like it's some true story about something in Africa, but that definitely didn't pay enough attention.
Yeah, Steam, PS4, and Xbox One. Kind of funny seeing when putting on the thing was Church of Darkness is equal parts Metal Gear and Far Cry 5.
Don't know what that means.
Seems interesting. Let's see. Something that looked pretty cool is A Fold Apart, which was that whole love story one where you're folding the papers to solve puzzles.
Yeah, I want to know more of what that. I saw the folding and stuff. I couldn't exactly tell what was going on with that, but looks like
Falcon Age, PSVR game.
Yeah, you have a pet falcon.
Yep,
make it kill things.
Yep,
in VR.
Okay,
two VR games, which is cool.
Yep. Okay, something that was cool. One that looks like I might be into, Ginny LeClue.
Yeah. What was the gameplay like in that one? I kind of forgot.
Is this one?
Oh, right.
Well, give you a fun little thing depending, how it is. Apparently they really liked it at PAX.
It's like a detective type thing.
Yep.
Going on.
Murder, mystery, all that kind of stuff. And I guess the main announcement was it's coming to Switch.
That's cool. So is it already out on other places? Because it came up with like a bunch of awards from different, or was that just for E3 showing?
It's probably for like pack showings and stuff.
Indie thing or something.
Yeah. And there was Desert Child, which was the Cowboy Bebop looking thing, or style wise.
I mean, it was like they were obvious. They were doing the Cowboy Bebop intro for their thing.
Yep. Let's see. Yeah, we're getting close to the end now.
I'm in for Cowboy Bebop homages.
Yep. We're down to the last couple things, Darby. We got Storm Divers from Housemarque, which is a battle royale game. People can sign up for the closed beta.
Yeah,
Probably not the time someone would be listening to this.
Yeah, I don't know if that had been shown somewhere else. I had not seen it. I had just heard.
I feel like I saw a trailer.
You're probably right, but the last I had heard was just Housemarque saying arcade. Because Housemarque makes a bunch of arcade games. They made Resogun and whatever the hell else. I can't think of the names now, but they made a lot of like very, very good arcade games. But they basically said these are not selling enough. We need to do something else.
Yeah,
making a battle royale game. I worry about it because it doesn't look all that much different than a lot of other battle royale games, but it's kind of one of those things we'll have to see. I just worry that market is a little too flooded at this point. But
yeah, and obviously Housemarque is a smaller team, so the game doesn't look high budget, which affect things.
And that's when you do an arcade game as a smaller team, it's fine. It's a cool art. It's an art style thing.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to like be this big budget. But when you're making a battle royale shooter like that, especially in the art style they're like kind of going towards, it just like it looks like they're trying to be realistic, and it just doesn't completely look realistic. Whereas so like I worry about that for them. But
so now for the two definitely biggest announcements, some would say. So yeah, if people didn't know, at some point Greg Miller and Sega teased an announcement from the Yakuza team.
Yep.
So people were wondering, is it going to be like a Yakuza PC port because they didn't expect much from this, or was it about Judge Eyes or Project Judge or whatever you want to do it?
Right.
Call it.
Which is Persona, the Persona team's newest game.
The Yakuza.
Huh?
You said Persona.
Oh, yeah. The Yakuza
you got
team.
Joker and Smash on the brain.
I do, man. The Yakuza team's newest game that's about to release in Japan.
Yeah, like, I think this upcoming week.
It's set in the Yakuza universe, right? It's just a different kid. I'm almost certain.
I don't know about that. I know it's like, I think maybe based in the same town at least.
I'm almost certain it's set in Yakuza.
I'll take your word for it.
But
so yeah, it's called Judgment in the West now. Yeah, this is pretty much the Western announcement that it was coming.
Right.
Or kind of more information about it. We saw a trailer with English voice acting
for the first time.
Yep, pretty solid. Coming out summer 2019.
Yeah.
Which again, that's a pretty big announcement considering which is what this is.
Especially for like an indie showcase that had this little prep time. And for the Western announcement of a Yakuza team game, that's a big deal.
Yep.
Especially because Yakuza is getting bigger and bigger in the West. This is a game they're going to be pushing. That's pretty darn cool.
Yep. And, definitely was probably the biggest announcement. Walking Dead final season is going to be back. The third episode is coming January 15th.
Yep. Yeah, the fact that like Greg Miller and Kind of Funny and I'd single out Greg Miller just because he's the Walking Dead guy, obviously there,
and he's been
the biggest part of the show.
And
making this happen.
Well, it also makes sense that potentially that being here, just because I feel like you always hear about Greg doing panels for like the Walking Dead Telltale games and all that kind of stuff. So it makes sense that he would know them and all that kind of stuff.
Everyone knows the collapse of Telltale earlier this year and then Skybound Games, which what's the guy's name? I always forget. The Walking Dead guy.
Robert Kirkman.
Robert Kirkman. His company is basically said that they were taking it on, but we had just not heard anything since then.
We're a bunch of devs from Telltale.
Yeah.
So
that's the fact that we got to see that trailer. I haven't even played Walking Dead, and I could tell like this is emotional. This feels like a good trailer and everything. It's exciting.
Yeah, good trailer, and just happy that this story will be finished.
Yes, I'm happy that people get an ending to it, and that it's told by as many Telltale people as they could get, back onto it.
Yep.
So that is some light, some happiness from the Telltale news this year, which is pretty much all been bad.
Mm-hmm.
And that was the Kind of Funny Game Showcase. Year one of it. So Jeff, will there be a Kind of Funny Game Showcase this time next year?
Yeah.
I
mean, they pretty much have said that they are at least planning on it, and they'll let us know otherwise. But I can't imagine this not. I mean, we watched it. We know it was good. I can't imagine not being. I mean, not like they were planning on making money off this thing.
No, I mean they didn't sponsor it all. They did say that like if they start doing this a yearly thing, they are gonna probably sponsor it, which is fine. I mean like there's not some dirty thing to sponsor it. They put a bunch of time into this. You should get paid for it, you know. Yeah, but like I do respect that they said this first time they just wanted this to be a test bed for it, and they're like, let's just focus on just the games and not us. Let's just make this a showcase for these games. It's not about Kind of Funny. It's about the games that you're seeing here, and I respect that a lot.
Though something I can imagine some people, though I might just read too much for Cetera, so I'm thinking people just might be more negative than most people are. But I feel like I can imagine a lot of people like, oh, too many Kind of Funny type jokes in this thing.
I mean, like, in comparison to a lot of press conferences, this was so much better. I mean, like, they really just, I mean, like, the interstitials, like, there was several of them, but they were always just, like, come in, say 2 or 3 lines, and more games.
Oh, I know.
And, like, it was, yeah, it's dumb. I mean, like, it is, like, I don't want Kind of Funny, like, I don't want a Kind of Funny game showcase to be completely devoid of Kind of Funny personality.
Okay.
And like maybe that's just if you just don't vibe with Kind of Funny, then sorry. But
yeah,
But I think that like they did it a good amount for me. Like I think it just made it. The showcase had personality, but they didn't.
There's not
things.
anything as far as like the structure of it / pacing that I would. I mean, I'm not just saying it because I'm a Kind of Funny fan. It's just I can't really think of anything like pacing, all that stuff. Like I would tell them like maybe twitch it or tweak this or something or fix it. Because pacing again, it was a average like maybe a game every like less than a minute on average.
Yeah, and I think it was like this easily could have been 2 hours, but I think it's very cool that they were able to like shrink this down into like a very manageable hour and 10 minutes.
I kind of, in a way, I'm not jealous of them, for this being a success and everything. Because now, I mean, as we know, because we listen to Kind of Funny stuff. Once Sony announced that they weren't doing E3, Greg said he suddenly got a bunch of emails and stuff about if they're doing something, and Greg's like, "Sorry, we're not."
Please, I can't.
So now that,
now that the first one was a success. He's gonna I'm sure they're gonna have so.
Or at least we assume it's a. I mean,
it seems like it's a success. They're gonna have so many indie devs and everyone coming after, especially if you're an indie dev and you're like, oh, I could be announced alongside The Walking Dead and a new Yakuza project or whatever, and this will be a year later. It could even be some bigger announcements that you get to like kind of piggyback off of.
Yeah, because
it could be a big deal. But,
well, like we've mentioned this, I think some point or thing. The bigger third parties, they have their own plans, so they kind of have to go towards. And this was kind of thrown together pretty quickly. And again, it was this well done, and it was thrown together pretty quickly with everything.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you get a whole year of the mindset, oh, this is happening. Yeah, they might be able to get some of their friends from bigger
I'm sure they're gonna like keep the focus on indie games, which I think it should be, because like that's kind of the thing that's missing. I mean, like that's what they said. Like Greg said that they started this and then they didn't realize just how much this was something that was needed. Like that these indie game developers needed something like this. And I think that that's what the showcase should stay focused on, because like I think the indie devs are the ones that need this the most. The big ones have E3 and Game Awards.
I mean, I think it'll be easy to focus on the indies because Game Awards are things. The most big announcements will probably be there.
Yeah,
but they can insert ones kind of the Judgment level or the Walking Dead level. Oh yeah, so I think it's obvious that at some point this week, Greg said, "Yeah, we had some kind of last minute thing that was in there that kind of changed the whole thing." It had to be The Walking Dead, right?
I have to imagine, because it was probably originally the Judgment was the
which would have been a good,
which is fine.
Yeah, that'd been a really good closer on there, but
but The Walking Dead was definitely like, okay, well now we have to. Yeah, I mean the fact that they had the Judgment and that wasn't even their one more thing is awesome. Yeah,
I'm excited for Judgment.
Yeah, it's super cool. So I think it was a success. I think there's no way it's not coming back, even though it was like killing them. But like even Tim said that he could see this if this keeps growing and growing, they could hire a team to just help them when it comes to like specifically just for like this team of people works on the Kind of Funny showcase, even if it's just like a contract people out for a while or something. And if it grows and everything, and they can sponsor, which I'm sure they will next year, that it could become a yearly thing that gets to be a production,
Yeah, Kind of Fun Game Showcase, sponsored by DiGiorno's.
Oh, yes, they'd be in there in a heartbeat.
But what was I about to say? I think what will also help, and, well, this is me just saying it as someone who is obviously do not know everything they had to do and how hard it was and everything. I know they worked their asses off to get this done.
Yeah.
But, again, because it's not going to be kind of thrown together and they have a general idea of the scope that, this is and what they want now after they have one under their belt, I imagine it will probably be a smoother process. Just in general.
Probably. I mean, it's probably gonna be a lot more demand and everything, but you have more time to do it. You've done it. You've done it once before, so you kind of know that we can do this, and people responded well to this, maybe not to this. Well, they have feedback now.
Yeah, and again, they can start, talking to devs a lot earlier and just kind of getting a general idea of who's going to be there and how many and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I mean, when you think about everything, all the emails and all the different developers Greg had to talk to in such a short time to get this turned around, while he's also recording podcasts every week and going to events and doing this and that, whatever. That's a lot, but if you can start that process earlier on, then
I get it. Yeah, and it's easier to plan because they have the mindset of, okay, we don't have to worry about PSX, probably. Now, what's really going to suffer them if Sony announced they have PSX in this thing.
I feel like they're still gonna do it. There's a lot of these.
Oh no, I completely agree, but I just mean how busy they're gonna be.
Yeah.
But what they'll probably do, let's say PSX is this week right at the Game Awards, they'll just move this up a week.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah,
I imagine that's gonna be. But yeah, this was really well done. The editing and just the pace and everything.
The graphics, the motion graphics. I mean, it kind of
very professional.
Kind of Funny has always had like really professional design and graphics and everything, but it's like this was like a step up.
I mean, this is this is pretty much just a very long Nindies Direct, but hosted by Kind of Funny in a way.
Yeah, hosted by, and like they're just very good hosts. I mean, they're very they have a lot of personality. They're relatable. It's good. And I really think they nailed that, where it's just like it is kind of a goofy, kind of funny vibe, but it's also very professional. And they step in and like they're guiding you through this experience, but they're not taking the spotlight and being like, it's about us. It's they definitely made it about the games.
Not the biggest thing. I haven't looked at like Rosetta and other places yet, but people on Twitter, from what I've seen, have been very receptive to it.
Yeah,
like Game Explain people, and I think I saw an Easy out there too stuff about it. So
sweet.
People seem to have enjoyed it, and obviously, again, this just helps these indie games get spotlight because, we wouldn't have known about like
a lot of these games,
maybe a tenth of these games existence if it wasn't for this.
Absolutely not.
And now I have a list here of games that look pretty.
I mean, there were very few of these that we even recognized, and that's the point.
Yeah.
So. I think it was a success, and I'm so proud of them.
I'm excited to go back, look at this thing, look at the list, and check out just more information about some of these games.
Yeah, me too. All right, well, is that all you have to say about the Kind of Funny Game Showcase Year 1?
I believe so. Again, really well done.
Very.
Now they're playing some Smash and getting wasted at almost noon for them.
They earned it.
They earned it. Well, Greg and Tim earned it. Everyone's just kind of coming along.
This is true.
No, I'm sure a lot of them did stuff.
Yeah. All right. Well, Jeff, let's go play Smash ourselves.
Let's follow
their lead and go get Smash and play Smash. All right. Well, thank you guys so much for watching with us. Go back and check our Game Awards coverage that we did just a few days ago.
Watch our reaction to... Live check, Darby.
live
check for the views.
Our live reaction to Joker from Persona 5 being announced for Smash Bros. Because it easily, very quickly became our most viewed video on YouTube. It's kind of stupid. Jeff's going to give a live view on what the actual number of views there is at, but it's crazy. So, I don't
know. I don't know if I left my phone or something, but my battery just got drained. It's already about 50%. We are at 8,355, Darby.
8,300 and what? 55.
Yeah, for reference for why it's kind of like, and the big thing is not a lot of views, but our most viewed thing by a significant number before this was like 1,300 for eat the Microsoft reactions for some reason.
Yeah. So this is we're pretty like stupidly happy about it.
Yeah.
Like I don't know how the hell it happened. I guess just it was a funny, like, kind of charming, very genuine reaction to what happened. Like, trust me, it was not. Me and Jeff would be very bad at doing a staged reaction.
Well, and we would have a lot more of those videos if we were planning on staging that kind of thing. Because,
that would be a thing. Like, no, that was very, very, very genuine.
Yep.
So go check it out. It's just like a little 2-minute video, and I think it's really funny.
Yep.
And that's it. So we did a lot. We did a lot in the last few days, Jeff. Because we also went to a concert last night, so we've done a lot. So yeah, probably no actual gaming podcast this week. But there's this, and there's the Game Awards reaction.
Yep, we've got a podcast. Video. This is about all the main news. So.
Yeah, it is too. So we're gonna put this and the Game Awards thing in the podcast feed. So check that out, and we will be back next week for a normal podcast.
Talk about Smash,
which we're about to go play right now, and I'm really excited about it. So thank you guys so much. Goodbye.
Goodbye.